We judge other people by their actions, but we judge ourselves by our intentions. So you say that leaders should think like architects in the book rather than motivators.
The most important thing that we overlook is just the size of the team. And that most organizations have teams that are way too big. So my mentor, Richard Hackman, did a lot of research into optimal team size. And what he found is that when you ask people, is the team that you're on too big or too small? And you kind of chart those lines. You say, how big were teams that people said were too big and how big were teams that people said were too small? Those lines cross at about 4.5 people. What other research has also shown, that's the teams that perform the best are somewhere between 3 to 7 members. And that one of the things that Edmondson's research found was that people were afraid to speak up in these kinds of environments. And that, she was looking at these hospitals where they were measuring adverse drug reactions as a measure of the kind of performance of their nursing teams. And they found this kind of bizarre finding where the teams that followed the textbook for composing their teams the best were reporting the most adverse drug events in that hospital. And they would say, well, this doesn't make any sense. Like, these teams are doing everything right. Why are they the ones who, look like they're making the most errors? But it turned out it wasn't that they were making the most errors. The well-structured teams were the ones that were reporting errors. And what was happening is the poorly structured teams, they were the ones who were hiding all the errors that they were making. They weren't reporting them. Nobody's telling you they disagree with you. Then that's the number one sign that something's awry and that you need to encourage people to speak up. And this is just inherent to how humans deal with people who are higher in status or more powerful or control their fate, that we are very sensitive, just like a lot of animals, to status cues and dominance cues, where we don't like to speak up and threaten our own social standing in a group. So the best leaders explicitly are encouraging people to disagree with them. They're asking for this. When they're getting people who are speaking up and suggesting different ideas and disagreeing with them, they're praising that and saying, that's what I want. That's what we need here. If we get into this dynamic of me against you, we've already lost.